What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Thomas, and today we are talking about every single item that sold out from Supreme Week 3, along with some current aftermarket resale prices so you guys can better understand where the market is going for these specific Supreme items and just recap the week and see what people were going after. Use that information for your own investments or just knowledge of what the product you purchase is now worth. Let's get into it. So when I did this video a couple times last year and even with week 2, some people really enjoyed it. So we are going to go through basically every single item and just look at which ones sold out. And right here, we have our first item, the Patchwork Cable Knit Cardigan, which I think was a really slept on piece this week. A lot of people were looking at the Doom collab, were looking at the pins and the Michelin Ness Hebrew jersey. And I think this piece just kind of snuck in under and kind of went low key. And we even see the patchwork in this one's called the black colorway, even though it's like multicolored, only available in medium and large. This will probably sell out soon. $200 is a little bit steep. I'm not sure exactly what these are going for. We can quickly check and we can see already right here on StockX, which is again not the best place to get the full understanding of the price, but it's a good benchmark for where these prices could end up going and where you could see them on eBay, Grailed, other websites like that. Looking at around $270 to $280, $300 for the XL. Again, the larger sizes typically can do better, especially with the jerseys. And we can see this one right here, which has people listing their prices above retail, even though they're still available on the site. Not sure how many sales, only one large has sold. It says right here it was sold yesterday for $230. I'm not sure if there was a restock after that, but yes, that is the Patchwork Cardigan and the first item that sold out this week for week 3 of Fall Winter 23. Okay, and here's the big guy, the MF Doom hooded sweatshirt. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this collab and were disappointed when they were unable to cop. I heard the sweatshirts were extremely limited. Someone who replied to a post on Twitter, StockX price of these, said the Brooklyn store only had 20 of these, which I don't know if they meant 20 of the green ones, because the green one was in fact the one to go after, as we'll see in a moment. But all colorways are sold out. These were $168 from the store. If you got free shipping for orders over $250, factor on a couple extra $20, $30 for taxes. Right now, we are seeing $344 lowest ask on the hooded sweatshirt in olive for the MF Doom collab, $205 for the heather gray, and $210 for the black one. So that is pretty crazy. And you might ask, now why is the olive one so coveted?
Why?
Well, let me tell you. Looking at 2 of MF Doom's albums, Operation Doomsday as well as Food, you can see he is wearing a green hoodie, which is a really silly reason for people to extremely go after the olive one because it's a similar color. But it makes sense, right? MF Doom fans want to show that love for their favorite artist or one of their favorite artists, so they're gonna go after these dark olive hooded sweatshirts. It's like, if you knew, you knew. Again, I am not a Doom fan, so I did not go after these hoodies. I went after the t-shirt really just so I could get free shipping on the Hebrew jersey, but the fans were really after these, and it's very clear when you look at the aftermarket prices. Certainly quite a lot of resellers in the mix as well, but that's pretty obvious when it comes to a big name like MF Doom. Everyone wants in, everyone wants their check, and you know, be that as it may, whatever the case, the price of the olive MF Doom hoodies went up through the roof right after release. So following the hoodie, of course, next we have the MF Doom tee, sold out in every single color. These were actually quite a bit easier to get in my experience. When I was on the site, I was going for initially the Pins Crusher. When that sold out, I ended up going for a black t-shirt so I could get free shipping for my Hebrew jersey. That whole order over $250, you get free shipping. And these ones still sold out pretty quickly. I was only able to get a white one, which was the last one to sell out. The purple, the green, and the black all went relatively quick. And looking at prices now, you can actually see that the black t-shirt, not the green or the light pine, was the one to have currently the most resale value. If you look at the prices here, they're hovering under $100, some of these $69, $70, but again, listed on eBay or Grailed, you might get slightly higher or lower prices. I just use StockX because it's one platform that has pretty easy to look at prices, so you can kind of get a picture for what the market value is. But these tees were also a very good cop for the MF Doom fans, as well as people looking to flip and resell. And hey, you can't always hate it, you just gotta be faster on that checkout. And then finally, to close off the MF Doom collab, we do have the beanie right here, which I thought was a really sick little piece, just a nice MF Doom signature embroidery with that Supreme logo right there. Very clean piece, 40 bucks, really not that expensive. I mean, it's an expensive beanie, let's be honest, but for Supreme, it's pretty run-of-the-mill. Looking at the resale prices on the beanies, you can see the black one is going for about $100, and the gray one $74, green one $83, so a decent little split. Not surprising that the black one is the most expensive. It's the most wearable, kind of cleanest look in my opinion. The gray one, not as much. And then the green one does have that tick, maybe due to, again, the Food and Doomsday album. Not quite sure if that has an influence on those particular items, but those were the prices of the beanies, doubling in price, even a little bit more for certain colorways like the black one. Just want to remind you guys to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these type of videos going over Supreme resale prices, as well as weekly drop list, collaboration breakdowns, unboxings, reviews, all that kind of thing. We do that on the channel. Stay tuned for more, and I appreciate all the support. One of my favorite pieces to release this entire year, I was really disappointed that I wasn't able to check out on this one. It's the Pins Crusher. This item is incredible for so many reasons. If you're into Supreme history, you will know that this piece includes dozens. I think it's up to like 48, 49 different unique pins that Supreme has released from seasons past, as well as a couple unseen and never released pins. Really, really cool. Supreme Drops did an amazing breakdown on every single pin released. I covered it in my weekly drop list video for week 3, so go check that out, or go check out his thread. I'll link it down below. But this was a really awesome piece. Unfortunately, I think it was incredibly botted. Like, I think there was a lot of people really searching for this one and wanting to check out. I think the bots were out for this one because I had a pretty quick checkout, like pretty much 11 o'clock on the dot. I was hitting PayPal, and these guys just absolutely flew. Taking a look at the prices, it's pretty insane. We see $300 on this denim one, $330 for the black one, and up to $365 for this one. These don't have any sales currently, at least on this pair. I'm not sure if other ones do or don't. This one certainly does. Some pretty crazy prices, so these ones were definitely sought after, and if you manage to cop the Pins Crusher, you got yourself a nice piece of Supreme history. I was really wanting to unbox it and take you guys through every single pin. I thought that would have been a great video, but unfortunately we missed out. So I'm wondering if people are gonna resell each individual pin. I think there's so many cool things you can do with them, because obviously they are removable, and apparently they were hand placed. Very limited. $200 is a lot for a beanie, but when you consider the value of each pin being anywhere from like $8 to $15, it makes a lot of sense. So no question, this piece was very hyped and worth it in my opinion. Following up with the Pins Crusher, its brother, older brother, maybe older cousin even, the work vest. Pins Quilted work vest in navy and black. Same exact thing, pretty much the same pins, I believe, just placed on a vest instead of a crusher. Still a really incredible piece. $388 is super steep, so I was going for the crusher because there's no way I was going to drop close to $400 on a work vest, but I would love to see outfit pictures of this. If you manage to cop either of these two items, congratulations. Let me know if you did that manually and give me advice on how to do that, because I was nowhere close. I want to say these may be sold out slower than the Pins Crusher, but I really have no idea. It was probably pretty close. And just looking at these now, $468 for the black one, $470 for these ones. The sizes vary a little bit, and again, these aren't set in stone prices. These are just asking prices from StockX users. I don't know what the actual sales are. We can take a look here. One sold for $400 for the navy, which is after fees, like not even profitable. This one, we see some sales right here all yesterday, right after the drop. So if you managed to get one of these, congrats again. They were pretty hard to get, and these were a pretty big item for week 3 of fall winter 23. Next up, we got the Supreme Cargo Container Electric Fan. Nothing really too crazy about this item. It's just another Supreme accessory that we know and love. Pretty much sell out every single week whenever they're a specified niche kind of specific accessory that people can use, like the camp hammer that I got last season. Whatever the case, name an item, Supreme nunchucks, it doesn't matter. People love anything Supreme that's red, that has Supreme logos on it, or even green. I think the green one was pretty cool too, and definitely lends itself more to that kind of camping aesthetic in my opinion. Looking at the prices on these, we got $106 for the red one, $99 for the green one. I think these will only continue to rise, so if you bought one, maybe sell it if you want the quick flip, but also consider holding on to it. If you manage to get both, I think keeping accessories as a set can always be really cool and appealing to collectors if you can just sell them both off. But really cool item, definitely something that's unique and very usable, which I love about Supreme accessories. They team up with name brand recognition that everyone knows, the cargo container. While I'm not a big cargo fan, I'm sure there's people out there that know they make good products, and Supreme is like, we will happily mark your item up $20 to $30 and put our name on it. This one was another sellout from this week. Last but not least, we have the Supreme Mitchell & Ness wool baseball Hebrew jersey. Now, as you can see, it's not sold out right now because they did actually have a small restock, but these items will sell out very soon. So if you're watching this video and you want a Supreme jersey, I would definitely recommend going for it. I got it hoping to flip it, to be honest. And while I do have a vested interest in these selling out, it's a great piece, and I think it's super wearable for the winter. It is a wool material, so it would be kind of nice for the fall season, maybe layered over a long sleeve or a hoodie. Really great vintage design with the Hebrew logo. Supreme has a huge history of doing Hebrew logos. We had a box logo with this same typeface on it for the Fairfax opening. I think that was in 2003. This is a really great piece, and I think will sell out relatively soon. Supreme jerseys over the long haul do incredibly well. You can look at this jersey right here, the perfect season behind me. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know all last season I was talking about this jersey, and they've been doing incredibly well. $118 was incredibly cheap to get into them, and now you're looking at, you know, mid 300s. I don't think anyone's selling them for 600. That's just the listing price. Again, StockX, not a great indicator of the actual value, but getting these, they're not going to be $100 anymore. They're going to be above 200 into the 250s, and I think Supreme's jerseys are always good items to go for resale value, for just collecting purposes. They look great, and I believe this item will probably sell out this week. I don't think we'll see it sit on the store for very long, but know that even if they don't sell out, stuff once the season's over can continue to raise in value. So if you are a collector, investor, reseller, just be patient and know that your item will probably go up in value if it was nice, if it was quality, and if people at the end of the day are wanting that item for their own personal collection. Okay, last up, we're going back to the Supreme Rammellzees because this was like the most hyped Supreme drop we've had this season for week 2, and the prices continue to dip, guys. So if you are looking to pick up the Rommelsy Dunk lows or highs, again, be patient. People are not able to sell these at the prices they were right after the drop. This is one of those examples of the price rises after the drop, and then after a certain point when certain sellers can't afford or don't want to hold on to an item past a couple weeks, they will begin to undercut and the prices will drop. So again, I recommend everybody to go to eBay, search for your size. I'm going to do size 10.5 as an example. Supreme Rommelsy Dunk lows. Look for someone that has or best offer. Click on the item, make an offer, 25%, maybe hit them with like the $300 and say, let's make a deal or whatever. Let's make a deal, and then send the offer. And that is a good way for you to get the best bang for your buck, because at the end of the day, while I do kind of support people making money by flipping things they're into, I'm also on the team of people that just want the stuff for their own personal collection. I don't think that's wrong. I make Supreme content, so for me, it helps me pay for my videos to sell some of my Supreme stuff, but at the end of the day, I do this out of love, and I hope you guys appreciated this video and got something out of it. Let me know what your favorite item to release in fall winter 23 has been, or even just during week 3. I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. Stay tuned to my channel again for all Supreme news. I do weekly live streams every Thursday, 30 minutes prior to the US drop, 30 minutes after. Oftentimes I'm going for a live cop. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of good conversation in the stream, so thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Thomas, and I'm out. Peace and butt grease. See ya.